Slice straight to the backward point. The Ryan, picked by shoulder. Good effective goal later on. Just of course it's the win as he has all like out. And some good boundaries away. A couple of maximums as well. To escape, start to look down the barrel. Huge total to chase, especially when this one went. And this ball's not landed yet. Absolute monster in the line. But after this one, skewed away to the offside. But the spin came into danger. Straight away, the reverse sweep. Gifted in the wicket. Then the Ryan, the same over, sliced across one foot in the deep. And just before the break, Tychicus caught deep with the very money catch. CSK now on top. 3+6 from 8 balls. Tychicus bowled a much better second over too. Started top and expensive first, and then Mr. Pivot Tychicus finally took the new ball. Run rate down to 7.68 for the first time this season. KKR and their methods have been challenged. Well, and that is the end of the CFI strategic timeout. It's produced what might be a successful move, but one that baffles me enormously. Ramandeep Singh has come out to bat, so Rinkle Singh pushed further down. Strike rate 159, he had a good innings already for KKR. First ball goes over cover. Might only get a couple, but the intention is clear.
Yeah, this is incredulous. The face delivery, the face this team in 64 for 4. And look at that shot. The fearlessness with which these guys play these days. And finally, some sort of parity, Gramswan, as a former bowler yourself. This must be pleasing. At least we're seeing the batters having to find a different way to score.
Well, absolutely. Today he came on straight away. The batsman just looked to get after him. They gifted him some wickets. Don't get me wrong, I'm not. As a bowler, all you can do is put the ball in the right place. This is third wicket, sure. Tychicus just picks out Darryl Mitchell in the deep. Third wicket in 7 or 8 balls from today, Joe. So all spin there. Wickets being taken, 2 in the commentary box, 66 for 4.
Striker was blinded here by the fielder. Went a fair distance away from him, but he couldn't see. And wisely deciding not to run.
Breathing a little more freely now. So we do our back one. There we go. That's how CSK plays. It is the old Kohli style, and now this is the CSK style. Carry lots of options onto the ground, and then just use your instinct. So Rachin Ravindra comes in to go his brand of left arm spin. 24 balls now since the boundary. I am absolutely baffled by the fact that Rinkle Singh has not come out to bat. I fear KKR might be getting typecast as a pivoting finisher. But average is 55 in first class cricket. That's number 4, number 5 in for the state. Scored a lot of runs. I think there's a lot more to Rinkle Singh than just a late order basher. And this was a great opportunity for him to come in show selectors with the T20 World Cup round. I can bat anywhere. I'm a batter, not just a finisher. replay match day drop is now live. Exclusive deals, never before seen prices. That's what this replay match day drop has on offer for replay credit card users. It's replay credit cards and UPI, so link it and forget it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Harsha. Clearly you want to see these guys get a few deliveries to face. You also have someone like Andre Russell a little lower down in the sense of he can go to your big hitters down there.
Sometimes that's what happens when the objectives of the franchise, that's fair, I'm not against it. The franchise has an objective to go and win as many matches as possible. But Rinku Singh at the moment is hoping to make the India team as the number 5, number 6 medal at the T20 World Cup. Some days, you will come in the 6th, 7th over.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good bowling from Action Ravindra. The pace at which he's bowling, he's doing it nicely. Ramandeep Singh though has been given a clear mandate, and that is to go after the bowling. 3 from 5 though. How many deliveries will he use in the innings?
The boundaries have dried up, like the lakes in summer. 70 for 4. Continues this left arm spin of both ends. First 5 overs, 50 for 1. Next 5 overs, 20 for 2. Yeah, a lot of that has to do with this man on the screen. Taker, he knows how to bowl here at Chennai, goes into the pitch. He knows he's got a job to do because these guys wait to come in. Russell, Rinku and Stark, especially Russell and Rinku, dominant players. The grip as well. The strength suddenly showing shades of character that weren't apparent early on.
Yeah, I was amazed at the early start. 18 wickets to pace and just 4 to spin in those 2 games played here previously.
And you look at Sunil Narayan batting, you look at Raghuvanshi batting.
Well, good morning, everyone.
I might have laughed into a little bit more from Chennai to Mamalukula.
Yes.
And at the moment, suddenly a few twists and turns in it.
As for me, the 8th of April, a significant day according to the astrologers, and our expectation later on of the eclipse, the total eclipse. Yes, managed to witness eclipse before, but where I am now located in Jamaica, not quite sure if this particular eclipse will be visible to us listening to the experts. Yes. So if you're in a position and it can be shown, then I'm quite sure we will see lots of graphics, lots of videos coming through. Yeah, at this particular juncture. Some very interesting tales about Bible prophecy surrounded this one. It even have some people very nervous, you know. And some people is predicting massive earthquakes after this. All I can advise everyone to do is to just live clean, live right, just live clean and live right. Because it's all about nature. Nature will please and nature will displease. There are certain things that must have to happen. Yes. And for those of you who are viewing, I'm a Jamaican. Yes. You can just drop your flag from which country you are seeing, and you can tell us about your experience as it unfolds. Now there are lots of younger minds who have never experienced an eclipse, and we must, as elders, we must get ourselves into position where we can be rich in knowledge, and not only rich in material things, but also rich in knowledge to pass on what we have learned to the younger generation, so they can be very, very, very much informed by us, the elders. What is happening to a lot of these middle-aged? They are not equipped with the truths of life. There is too much artificial information going through to them, and because of that, to grow mature, bright and right, it eludes them. So they will be, yes, they will bright, yes, in terms of the artificial teachings, but when it come on to the official teaching, they're not there. For many young people who have come across, some of them don't even know what is an eclipse or the difference between the lunar and the solar eclipse. Lots of them do not study the moon and the stars. They knew nothing about nature, how nature would operate. Yes, but if you ask a lot of them, they can pull down a gun and fit it up back. Yes, they can pull out every screw. They know all the material that makes an atomic bomb, but they knew very little of how nature operates. Isn't that strange? Yes. Isn't that strange? So a lot of people today, these middle-aged people, you tell them about the spirit, they don't worry about that. Yes. But tell them about AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah. That's what they want to hear about. And that artificial things, the artificial world, perpetually placing in front of them for them to gravitate. And it appears as if the official intelligence is not good enough. And that's the danger. That's the danger today. Yeah. Total eclipse. Some people said it was the 8th of April. It was the 8th of April that the Bible prophecy of the darkness takes over the land was on the same date. But a lot of people wouldn't identify it in April, because April is also known as Nisan in the Ethiopian calendar, and also known as Abib, and it is also known as the first month of the year, Abib or Nisan. Right? But the teaching back here is completely different, especially in the Western Hemisphere. So a lot of these facts, some of these bright people who just bright and what they were told, they are not researchers. They don't research and study the history. They just recite what they were told. And yes, they are going to be bright in their recite. They are going to be good reciters, but not so much a good researcher. Yeah. Not so much of a good researcher, but they can recite what you told them, and that whole lot of reciting is going on and very little researching. To know the facts. So one would see right there and then where the problem lies. I'm not bright. I'm here hoping for someone to come on this live and teach me the difference of the solar and the lunar eclipse, because you're never too old to learn, right? I would like someone who on this who is in this life present themselves and this live at this point in time and bring the interest of other people by teaching us, using this platform right now to edify a vast amount of the young generation who do not fully understand what the difference between a lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. I myself would want to learn, right? So the knowledgeable one got the opportunity, right? Got the chance to be my guest right now, not for the purpose of gifts and rare and all of that, but for the purpose of edifying, right? Not for the hype, not for the gifts, not for the money, right? Not for the fun and games, but just for the purpose of making some people a little more aware of what is happening to them, or what is happening today. Right? This is a great opportunity, using my platform for you to come on it, right? Once you have the knowledge about the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, using this platform not only to cuss people, chat people business, right? And probably if that was the topic, I would have so many participants already, because I've come to learn, being on social media for a couple of years now, to see how negative and propaganda and all of those things, how they sell on these platforms. Hilariousness and all of those things. Steve Smith, bless up yourself, right? Why so many and so many of our youths don't even know their hand back from the palm of their hands. Yeah? Because we refuse to use this level of technology correctly. Mark it, not saying everybody is doing it, but a vast amount of it is for politics and selling their body. Yeah. Right? And so the coming generation would have thought, that's the way to go, that's enough. Enough. The middle age, the 30s, the 35, the 25, the 26 year old, they are the ones that will form the core of the future. But guess what? No disrespect. They're not that bright. Because artificial intelligence had been pushed at them, and they gravitate without the official intelligence. And it had been taught in such a way that it doesn't, they haven't seen it important to have both, to be firm and strong. So they ignore completely the official for the artificial. Yeah. And this is something that we have to contend with going forward to the 2030, 2040, the visions that we have for that time. We have to be careful, you know. So I repeat, I would like someone to come on this live to explain the difference between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse right now. The substance, you know, all these are official intelligence. The substances, right? A conversation that makes sense, right? Not a conversation surrounding Brit or you name them, right? But a conversation that can edify someone, that when we are gone, they still have that in the back of their mind, in their head, that they have heard it. Yes, this is something I learned on a live. And I've learned this on a live streaming. My life is better off. My life has changed. Right? Yes. As I often said, I love the word good. I just love to hear the word good. I just love good. Right? Anytime I hear the word bad, I feel bad. But when I heard the word good, I feel good. When I heard the word positive, I feel good. When I heard the word negative, I feel bad. You understand me? Right? I want to support every good conversation, but I would want to stay away from every bad one. Yes, every good conversation, every enlightening conversation, I would want to be a part of that. every individual that is enlightening, that can teaches me something. I would want to hear that person over and over again because it sounds good to me. Because when he or she speaks, I learn something. So I wouldn't want to stay away from learning for even a second. But when I look at the levels, the concepts that get the attention, when I look at the level of support that negative conversation receive, negative behavior receive, negative songs receive, negative argument receive, I'm wondering if we are in the same world with them. For instance, if I came on and probably started to say some derogatory things about certain vloggers, certain people, the government, it would have been supported. Somebody would have did support it. So that's the reason why I am wondering if good is not good enough. And to the point where people are afraid to use the word good, but is comfortable in using the word bad to mean good. Yeah. Is it? And as long as we continue to do that, as long as we are gonna have the negative energy circulating around us, because one simple thing, you do not know fully of the energy that makes you are here. First thing, a lot of you will know the laws of men, but do not know the laws of nature. Yes, you obey all the laws of men, but you don't even try to know the laws of nature. Henceforth, that's why I make the request for someone to use their time and to volunteer to explain to a vast amount of people the difference between a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse right now on this live. Right now. Let me see something. Let me can go forth and speak. Today is the 8th day of April. In some part of the world, there will be a total eclipse. They can witness a total eclipse, right? Many people today in their 20s, 15, 16 don't even know what is happening because it has to do with nature. Chow, foolishness that, man. How that a go help me? These are some of the things, some of the talk you got from them. How that a go help me? That can put money in my pocket. Right now, as some dollars me a talk about. Oh, you know, me fully dance, right? Yeah. And after the events, and you see a few viral videos, then they are saying, when they saw now the hype, yeah, you know, me think me did hear somebody talk about that. But it's what really happened? Because it has to do with nature. They do not want to know about nature. You speak to some Christian, them say them not get into God business. Them only know about Jesus, right? And Paul and Peter, right? But when it comes to nature, from whence they came, right? They totally want that to be forgotten. About the foundation. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm quite sure if you scroll, as I saw, you will scroll, you join, but the conversation and the person not fitting who you're looking for, so you just roll along, right? It's not this type of conversation you're looking for. It's not this type of individual you're looking for, right? Right? This is not what you would want to hear, right? Yeah. So we have seen it. It is in front of us. The manifestation is in front of us, right? Not many. Empress Booty, good morning. Not many would want. Yes, yellow. Empress Booty. Not many would want to even do what Empress Booty has done. I'm saying, how you do? Are you in the right frame of mind? You know, right? You have been speaking some things that I don't even realize happen. Thanks for the awareness. You know, 'cause that could have been the case while we are having so much problem today, right? Show a level of encouragement, you know, and to show whom we are targeting, the one who we are targeting, whom we consider to be the kings and the queens and the leaders of tomorrow, right? I got them interested, right? To get their interest in this and to take them away a bit from the artificial teachings of the land. The official teachings of nature, from whence we came, the source that makes all things possible, right? No, it is not the technology that makes all things possible. No, not the technology, right, that makes all things possible. We want the young people to know why there will be 7 minutes and some seconds of blackout. We want they don't know, the younger people, the 19, the 20, up to the 30s, what will be happening today, right? And let them started to get some interest in nature and not technology. Nature, because for the technology to be fully effective or defective, it must has to work along with nature, right? What causes the earth to shake? Look at Taiwan. We have an earthquake here in Jamaica at the ending of October last year, and several aftershocks. Yes, we have similar earthquakes right around the Caribbean, and more recently in New York the other day. We notice how vicious the storms are, how frequent, how devastating the tornadoes are today, right? Yes, the real truth has been told to these people, why these things are happening. Now, they would have never, the younger people would have never known how mild or how vicious they used to be in the past. We never know. I'm from the 50s, so I could not tell what would go on in the 30s and the 40s. But I could say, living to 2024, from I was born in the 50s, I can safely say the hurricanes, the storms, the what's it not, they are much more vicious. The lightning, the thunders are much more vicious than how they used to be. Right? And each year I watch them getting more devastating. Floods, right? When I was a boy, I only heard of Noah's flood. What a flood would have been. I only heard of it. But today, as the rain falls, you see a flood. Yeah. So why it not been told, right, from the roots, the truth to the youths? What is causing all of this? Is it the invention of some technological source? Is it what makes the sun is more vicious than when I was born in the 50s? They wouldn't have known the temperature of the sun in the 50s because they weren't there. Right? But we can say to them, no, the sun in the 50s and the 60s weren't as devastating as it is today. So then you now would started to retract and said, then what could be the cause? What could be the cause? Come right back to the children. The children that were born in the 50s and the 60s weren't as vicious and heartless as the children that born in the 20th century. What causes the changes? Are you going to be one of them that said, I don't know and I don't want to know? No, certainly not this man. I don't know and I am seeking to know. Yes, I don't know, but I am seeking to know. Because your child and your grandchild will be having children for the future. Wouldn't you want to know what you have done to nature that causes nature to react in like this, so you can desist from making natures angry? But let me just tell you something. Just look at the gullies. Just look at the gullies that were made specifically to carry away the waste water, the waste substances back to the sea. And look and see, when that is clogged up, when it is contaminated, right, how it floods back the community. How the community is flooded because the waterway is contained, is occupied by garbage. So it clogged up that area. Who have done it? Right? And I say that to say this. It is the same thing with nature. Right? The interference of human to nature's rules and regulation right? In order to take a shortcut to make things happen more faster, right? They had to interfere with the whole apparatus of nature. And just like the gully, when it is overcrowded with waste matter, it sends back the substances in the community. They call that a reaction. The reaction. Right? So, having an eclipse, having the tornadoes, the earthquakes, and all of these things, if there must be a reason. That's what I'm saying. Or you simply do not want to know. Let me just like myself for being so brave and brilliant this morning. Let me just like myself for involved into a conversation that most people wouldn't want to involve in. Let me like myself for doing these things because I love to support good things. Yes? I will always be a supporter of good things. Let me pat my shoulder and liken myself. Right? Because it is evident that I'm not going to be liked because of the levels of truth I am speaking. And so there is nothing more I can do but like myself. Right? Because I love truth. I want to learn. I love to learn. Right? So I'm trying to learn. At this point in time, my audience, what they like. I'm trying to figure out what they like. I'm just trying to see, probably I should started to speak some things when I was up, right? I started to think that probably I should start to spread some propaganda and some officials, right? I started to think that I may need to go and buy a food and say a noogle, right? I started to think that good things is not good enough. Yes, speaking good things, I need some notification. I need to be noticed. And doing good things, I get no notification. So I started to think that I will have to come out with an AK-47 and say, me a bad man. Me have gun. Right? Me a gun boy, me a killer. To get some notification. To the tune that I have to be like it. I have to like myself. Because I'm not saying that. I'm bringing the good to the people, which is very important for our youths today. Yeah, because if you notice the trending of our youths, even if their mother called them Jack or Jill, they themselves give them names like killer, yeah, old dog, yeah, M16, animosity, yeah, yeah, bad boy John, bad boy Trevor. Names like those they give themselves. How many of them you hear give themselves? My name is a goodness. Right? How many of them said, come out and said, I am fully bright? How many of them you hear come out and give themselves an uplifting name? A constructive name. They quicker to adapt a destructive name. Simple. Those are the simple things I look at. Do I have supporters? Many are called, but only a few will support truths and rights. Only a few. Quality over quantity. So that is where the awareness is important, to get more people to involve, to get more people to like and to love and to support truths and rights. Right? I cannot agree with anyone who said they have knowledge, but they are not imparting it. I could have never agreed with such an individual. I know it is not easy, and it wouldn't be easy to get into the system and try to change what they have as right when it is wrong. The system standing order, it's a different standing order from nature. One has to realize that. One has to realize that. Right? The system standing order is much different from the system of nature. Man's system would have changed and rearranged the operations of nature, and that is simply causing a backlash, a reaction on earth today. Do they want this level of information? Would they like an individual like me? So the first thing they're gonna teach you to do is to hate good and love bad. That's the system. That's what the system teaches. Right? To support the bad things, but hate the good things. And if you are not a good comprehender, you would have seen where they had good, where they would have crucified good for the bad, where they would have poured to us and said, give me bad over good. Right? We have been seeing that. Right? Bad has been taught more than good. Our little youths today, the first thing that they started to teach, to learn, is the badness of home style badness. They started to learn badness more than goodness. Mighty God of Daniel, you go and hate me to the like you go and hate me to the like you supposed to hate poison, but somehow you love poison more than you love busy. Right? Yes. The first thing you teach the children them is badness. Yes. The first thing you get your children through badness. Yes. You start your relationship through fear and badness. The one that you got pregnant for is not because he is good or loving. It's because he's a bad man. That's how you started to get children. That's how he got the opportunity of having you in a sexual position to ignite the way to fertility. Not because you love him. Not because you had desire that individual. But because of fear. Because of greed. Yes? Because of fear, because of greed, sometimes because of needs. Right? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It is not because, Miss T, alright? It is not because you love the individual. Sometimes you're afraid of the individual.